the tutorial for August or September is this beautiful pansy that I painted, and I'm busy painting another one for YouTube, which is a little bit different, a little bit quicker, but also quite fun. You'll see all the toys behind me because the doggies are playing. But then I thought I'm going to show you the set that I bought. It's the Kuretake Gansai set. It's beautiful colors. I found it from a local little store here in South Africa. They're importing this, so it is a beautiful paint set, and the little pans are like this, so they like these little rectangular little shapes, and I would say they've got like a gluey mix in it, so it's very interesting to paint with. So I painted my whole pansy with this set, and then what I'm going to do is going to show you some colors, or I'm going to mention it in the supply, some colors that you can use instead of using these colors that is in the set that I have here. I painted some beautiful petals for practice, just so that you can practice some of your little petals before we paint the apple blossoms. And it is some fun little practices, and let me know if you want a line drawing, because I can quickly make you a few line drawings if you want to practice that. I think I should anyway do that. You can see my makeup's actually melting off my face because it is so hot today. It's literally 26 and it's August, at the end of August, so it is nearly spring, but a little bit hot. I bought some supplies because I'm also going to host a little watercolor class here in the town, at one of the little coffee shops, and it's going to be quite fun. I will take some photos and share it with you guys. So it's all in this bag, and then we're going to have load shedding 6 o'clock, 6 to 8 tonight. And then I thought, I'm nearly finished with editing these videos, but I thought I will quickly show you. And then this is another little little apple blossom flower that I painted that I want to upload as well. It was more like just a little practice, very soft, subtle little colors. And I also want to say that when I started painting in watercolors, I didn't know how to mix pink, because I thought the obvious color with acrylic paint, which I always used to paint on bottles and on jars and stuff, as a child, is a fun project. And so I used to think that you take red and you mix it with white to get a beautiful pink. So what I did, and I'm still looking for that rose, I can't find it. I hope I didn't throw it away, but I think I might have, because I was so embarrassed about it. But so what I did was I used to take my red from my watercolor sets, and then I would mix it with white. So I would literally take my white paint, for instance, in this set, you would think there's no pink. So I would take my white, and then I would take, for instance, a pink color or red color, and then I would mix the two together to get this beautiful soft pink color. What I didn't know was when I started doing all of these courses, I realized that you can actually dilute your watercolors to such an extent that you don't need to use any white to mix any to get a beautiful pink soft color. It's only a matter of water to paint ratio. So what I did was I also made a little video, just a quick video. I'll go into that a little bit more at a later stage, but just to show you, when we talk about, for instance, tea, cream, custard and butter. Custard is very thick. Depends. My husband likes very watery custard. But I just spoke about that, and so you can practice that, so you can see, for instance, if you want to mix a very light blue, you don't have to mix white into that color to get you don't have to mix a gouache white into that color to get a much lighter color. So what I did was I made a little video, and you can just tell me what you think of it. And if you want to, if you practice, you'll see that you'll get to the right consistency, right water, and you'll be able to mix the lightest of lightest colors. And that's why I love translucent watercolors or transparent watercolors. And I always talk about it because I want you to know that there are such a difference when you paint in using, for instance, a gouache or as opaque watercolor compared to a semi-transparent watercolor to a transparent watercolor. There is such a big difference. So anyway, it's a little bit messy on my tablets. I'm not even going to show you because I'm planning a whole host of things, but I bought some more paper again today. That is my cupboard, and at the back of that is like a wooden board where I put all of my papers in. It's open there at the moment. And then obviously there's a lot of windows, as you can see. So I don't know, some days when it's cloudy and dark, it's dark here. That's just one of my lights, and then I have another light that I bought for my painting studio so that we can have a lot of light. You can actually see the doggy's toys right there down behind me. It's so cute. But then I have my two tables. My husband built me this new table that I love so much. It's very rustic but gorgeous. I mean, hard work, shame is yes. Anyway, I won't go into that now, but yes, it was a beautiful gift that he built me, which I use now often. You know, it's so much fun to paint here right in front of the window. Instead of, I used to be behind that wall, just so that, because this was like a patio with just halfway glass, so that was all halfway. But then we decided to cover it because the wind, if you live in the Cape, there's a lot of wind, a lot of stormy weather. So you'll see the bedroom windows are actually there. So my daughters have each a sliding door that comes onto this patio where I paint. And you know, they can sit and they can do whatever they want. It's more the outside of the house brick that we used here. So inside is all plastered, so it's beautiful. But by the sea, you don't have a house that's painted. You can, but it is a heavy maintenance because obviously the weather is quite hectic. But yes, so what I wanted to say is that I am going to show you a few different colors that you can use for your pansy that I painted. So I just want to get it quickly. The pansy that I painted in watercolor, and then I painted another one as well. And then today I just practiced and I painted another little one quickly in this Stillman and Burn watercolor book. So I've been practicing quite a lot of pansies. They're quick, they're easy, they're very fun to paint, especially if you are a beginner in watercolor. This beautiful pansy color, because I tried out this new set, you can definitely use some of your opera, you know, your quinacridone rose, your permanent rose, and make it very watery. And then also use some French ultramarine and just mix it, you know, with some of this pink to get to that beautiful purple that I use right there. That way you can get the same consistency. Or you can use a violet. You can use quinacridone purple from Daniel Smith, or you can use violet from Winsor & Newton. You can just add a drop of a pink color in, because I find that the Winsor & Newton is a very cooler, it's a cooler purple compared to the Daniel Smith for me. But it's up to you. If you want to just use a dark normal purple, that's fine too. And then yes, that's what I've been busy and been up to. I'm painting a few more paintings, and then the apple blossom, and then I also painted a beautiful wildflower again, which I will upload as well. So there's quite a bit happening, and I hope you guys will join me in painting that. So I will see you soon. I have my water bottle here because I'm drinking, and then this was some of the dried flowers that I picked up, and then I wanted to paint some of it, but I didn't get to that. So I'm sure they will seed very soon. If they don't, I'll just throw it away. But yes, it's been quite hectic and quite hot the last couple of days, and Tiger is not his best, but other than that, you know, life carries on. Okay, let me just open this window again. So what I'm going to do is, I think, because I used for the in the Kuretake set, I used a different set. So I thought I will mix some of the colors so that you can see that some of these colors are, you know, very similar to that set. So I would say, and this is why I say I prefer the Daniel Smith quinacridone purple, which I think I said violet, so just double check that. You'll get what I'm saying in this video anyway. But this is a beautiful color that you can use for the inside of this pansy tutorial that we did. Another purple that you can use is, let me just quickly see, is the Winsor & Newton one now, which is this one, Winsor Violet, and also a pretty purple. The birds are going crazy, so you can see you can even get away with that color, which is also a very pretty color. And another color that you can use that's very similar to that, I would say, is if you mix some French ultramarine, any, you know, brand. I've got the Sminky brand here, so I will, for instance, take the ultramarine mix and just take a color like the Mudder Lake Deep, or you can even take some permanent carmine. So let's see, you can literally mix a nice mix of colors to get a beautiful purple, very similar to this. Just play around, you can see those colors there. So just to give you some ideas, and let me just write that down so that we don't forget. So I would say you can use a permanent carmine, mixed with ultramarine. This is the quinacridone purple from Daniel Smith. Purple Daniel Smith. I'm just going to do it that way. And this is the Winsor Violet from Winsor & Newton. Okay, so these are just a few options that I'm showing you what you can use. Another color that you can use is Permanent Magenta from Sennelier, which is also a lovely color. And I will again just mix, for instance, the same permanent carmine mixing there. Obviously there's not too much water on my brush, but you know, you can get to very, very similar colors for this little pansy tutorial. It's a bit of a cooler day than yesterday when I made the other video. Lovely weather. And I would say, you know, so those are some of the colors that you can play with. You can even use some of your alizarin crimson, which is also a very beautiful color. So I gave you quite a few line drawings to play with, so that you can go crazy and practice some of these pansies. They are, especially if you're a beginner, you know, they are amazing to play with. So obviously I am layering these colors now, so you can also mix some in on your palette there with some purple, and you can get a better purple than just layering it like I just did here right now. So just look at that purple. So you can really go crazy and just mix your favorite colors together to get to the same type of pink purple color that I used for this pansy. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of what you can use. And then for the yellows, you can use a cadmium yellow or lemon yellow for the center, for there. Okay, you can even use some of your Hansa yellow. You can use some of your, that's Hansa yellow, but you can also use a bit of your nickel azo yellow, which is a transparent yellow. And then on the edges there, I literally took my brush, like any brush with a nice tip, and when I put down the color there, I wet my brush and then I push the color away to create that soft center in there. And then that is the secret to removing that hard line there and to create that inside, much lighter inside. So I hope this video will help you. It's just a little bit of the supplies. And like I said, the alizarin crimson mix. Alizarin crimson. With ultramarine, which I use so much. It's such a lovely color, the ultramarine. You know, it's, you know, you can just get away with so many colors with these two. So just to show you as well, sometimes I like to layer and it create all of these little, okay, I didn't wait for the alizarin crimson to dry completely, but you can layer beautiful layers and all of these layers will shine through, so it's all up to you. So these were mixed on palette, okay, palette, and then this is the one where I just you know, layered it. So I first put alizarin crimson with the ultramarine on top of it. But these are just a few little purples that you can use for your pansy tutorial. And like I say, use any yellow you want, and you can get to these colors. I mean, you can literally use whatever color you want. You can even use some rose madder with French ultramarine. So it's all up to you what you want to achieve with your colors, what type of purple you want. Just have fun. And I'll be back with some more tutorials for you very soon. For the videos now, so that I can upload it, and then, you know, just let me know if you battle with something. Okay, so let me just write it here quickly. I'm gonna palette. I'm going to, so this is mixed on the palette and this is mixed separately. Mixed. Okay, so it's layered, and then, you know, this is just fun to play around. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I will see you soon. Just another painting that we did. Another beautiful color is your Crimson Lake that you can mix. Big tubes from this brand. It is a lovely Shin Han Art tube. And then the violet, the cobalt violet. So yes, I just ran up the stairs, so I'm out of breath. I'm going to tidy up here, and then I have a beautiful, obviously, apple blossom tutorial that's coming very soon, and I'm also painting the wildflower, which I will share with you guys very soon. I also am painting a daisy, just as a quick practice, but yes, we will talk a lot about that very soon. See you soon.